QuaranTunes was created during a time where children across the world were stuck at home, getting bored and restless, and a lot of musicians, particularly teenage musicians, felt like they'd kind of have the rug pulled out from under them because they didn't have the ability to congregate and make music together anymore. Within a few weeks of quarantine, I had reached out to all the teenage musicians I knew, and everybody was so quick to come on board. And I realized that there were so many teenage musicians that were A, looking for a way to have a musical outlet during this time, and B, feel like they were helping their communities and doing something to help fight this pandemic. Really quickly on though, we realized that more than just occupying children who were bored, we were opening the door to music education to hundreds of people across the world. Through our instrument donation program and through our free lessons, so many people have been able to sign on to their very first ever music lessons through us. And that's just the most phenomenal feeling in the world.
Teaching at QuaranTunes means that I get to give back to my entire musical experience that I've had my entire life. As a kid, I really enjoyed playing music. I got piano lessons at 5, and even though most kids are just like, I don't like piano at all, but I really stuck with it, and it's been a great thing throughout my entire life. And this program is a great opportunity to kind of give back to the community and really pay it forward with my passion for music and kind of teaching these kids the joy of music and all that.
QuaranTunes is really great because it is a platform that can be used around the world, even through the pandemic.
Now more than ever, art as an outlet is necessary in our lives. Some people use journals to express their emotions and to perceive the world around them and really get their thoughts out on paper. For me, I use my music in a similar way. I use my songs as journals to process everything that's going on in my life. And I know all of our creative art teachers use their arts, such as painting or dance, to really reflect on how they feel and perceive the world.
Through my role as Chief of Operations, I've worked to bring many large-scale projects to life, projects that affirm QuaranTunes' vision of bringing a quality music and arts education to as many people as possible. But the most rewarding part of being a QuaranTunes member is being a teacher.
My favorite part of teaching is being able to grow right along with the students. Being able to see their improvement, whether it's micro improvements week by week or macro improvements over the course of a year, is truly so rewarding. And on top of that, you get to be with them every step of the way. So each of their victories feels like your own victory, and every setback gives you an opportunity to develop a new strategy to help them get back on track. And on top of that, as a teacher, you get to grow your musicianship and your communication skills.
I've worked with the same 5 students since the beginning of quarantine and have watched them mature and grow into confident young musicians who are so passionate about music and learning.
In terms of growth, it's been really cool kind of seeing the kids start out with just only the basics, but taking the next step forward and having the Zoom lessons is really great because you're able to get a deeper sense of where they are and take that even further because you have a lot of opportunity to try new things, maybe even solo stuff they haven't really been able to get in depth with when maybe being in a group setting at middle school or something like that.
I think that being taught by a teenager compared to someone really grown adult can be a lot more effective in many ways. Kids between the ages 4 and 14, which is the ages that we serve, they usually look up to teenagers and they want to be like them and they want to relate to them. They think that they're really cool. When it comes to a 60-year-old man, there's a big age gap there, and so they can't really relate to each other as much. When you're a little kid being taught by a teenager, you can still kind of relate to them, we're still relatively young, but they're still older than you, and they can still pass down some mentorship.
In terms of how these lessons kind of differ from maybe just an adult trying to teach piano lessons for you, I'd say that it's very different in the sense that you're kind of with another person who's maybe only a couple years older than you, maybe in high school or something like that. And I especially feel that with my students, we get to chat about how their day went, maybe how is school going, make it very, very informal and not necessarily super formal in the sense of the sense that it has to be a formal music lesson. You have to learn these scales, you have to learn these patterns, whatnot. It's very entertaining and it's much more fun and engaging for the student.
Teaching has been a really great experience for me because it's given me an opportunity to lead and share my passions with other little kids because there's 2 of my passions, children and art, and it's been really fun and it's been a really great opportunity for me.
I hope to pass on the universal life skills that learning any sort of instrument brings. If I can pass on the problem solving, expression, artistic, and self-confidence that I gained when I first started my music journey, then whether the student wants to pursue a professional career in music or any other path in life, they'll be equipped to do so.
Through the pandemic and through being a teacher, I've learned the importance of maintaining connections with as many people as I can. And my students give me something to look forward to every day. And to that, I'm so grateful for them and to this organization.
People often ask me, what's going to happen to QuaranTunes after the pandemic passes? And to them I say, QuaranTunes is only going to continue growing stronger and expanding across the globe. And the reason for that is, we've seen the simplicity with which a 17-year-old girl from Germany can teach a 6-year-old boy from the United States of America how to sing right from their very own bedrooms. I'm so excited to see the new heights to which QuaranTunes can soar with all of you. Thank you so much.